Yeah, the Rit, his positioning currently is, well, he's actually ahead of the assassin who has just teleported backwards a little bit. The Rit looks like he's trying to water snare uh, Mojo's runner as he approaches the acid here. And it doesn't look like we have that much in the way of offensive support for him, though a monk does fall back immediately, peeling away for the flag stand. Looks like assassin and ranger both go for the Rit. And weapons himself to stay safe. He's probably not going to get a boost out of this, but you never know. The Hammer Warrior is moving up to threaten him. Gets a nice knock and de-shotted on the crushing blow. Well done by the Mojo range. Does get a stability and a warding, and it looks like he's going to be able to get this in. No body block response quite yet. Monk's moving to position, but not really anyone else.
And SSS has yet again failed to take advantage of the flag. They haven't started running the other one.
Yeah, they really could have. I really think they would have survived a body block. I mean, they look kind of low right now, but to get back in this game, you kind of have to take a risk. Playing it safe right now is Mojo's advantage. Like,
they're really taking a lot of pressure now.
Yeah, what is that? Okay, looks like
I
just
think originally they started taking pressure when their ritualist tried to push up to snare the other one because he wasn't getting party heals then. And now it's just caught up with him.
Yeah, and you see him rapidly trying to get those, get the heals out, expend all his energy, but he's doing it inefficiently with how urgent the situation has become. And that does end up biting you in the end when you start having to drop down the cassette to drop your KO light pot.
So now they have to fall back to their base because they were taking way too much pressure.
And they gave up all complete map control as the assassin does move to the back door, and they suffer a time death on their blue number 3 warrior. He does get based and sprinting back to the engagement, I guess.
It's just it.
That was kind of like one of those random spikes that really catch you off guard. You really think you have the advantage and become a little complacent, and that's kind of what happened. Unfortunately, it was on a warrior, and they have 3 melee characters, so they give up a little moment, but not really. Well, yeah, sort of. Though, well, it doesn't seem like anything's gonna be. Is the warrior just gonna? Oh god,
wow.
That was close and fused. He was standing there waiting faithfully.
That didn't even need to happen in the first place.
He's just standing there watching as his health tick by. He is desynced right now. He's not even trying to... There he goes. And a missed dev smash. Or dev hammer.
Okay, so Red's assassin is split into the base now, which is finally a good time to actually do this, I think.
Now, is he built for this? He seems like he's more spike-oriented, and it looks like he does get snared by the number 8
yeah,
runner.
He's not built for this. But he does have the Shadow Walk at least, I'm pretty sure. So that kind of helps.
Necro is coming for him now.
And the Rit is snaring him. They're both snaring him, in fact. And it looks like the number 1 assassin from Mojo is falling back to deal with. Though I would be careful if I were him. He is at half health after all. And that becomes immaterial as the 2 assassins square off with a healer in each of their corners. Not going to be... Oh, decent attempt on Mojo's assassin, but not quite.
Mojo's assassin gonna try and stall the flagger again.
Yeah,
they're sending 2 characters.
He can't even pick up the flag here. He's just running for his life as the number 3 Necro comes and starts threatening the assassin. He does yaw the number 7 monk on his way over to try and slow down the response in hopes of killing him. He yaws him again. As the warrior tries to get in range, the assassin runs just short of the acid trap to try and get in range. And well played by him. So that is an unnecessary amount of damage he's taking through the acid trap. Wow, this actually might become some sort of kill here. No, not quite. Number 6 monk. Just getting in range now.
That warrior has been holding that flag for such a long time, I don't think they're in any danger of dying at all.
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of a situational off-position danger for number 7 Monk on blue. Not enough burst there, though, as he starts taunting the enemy Mesmer, sorting him in the face.
Not much happening in terms of offense still.
Yeah, it really looks like SSS is struggling to just stay afloat, keep those flags moving. But if I were SSS, I'd take the gambit and just give up flags completely for some sort of offense. As long as you spend a minute and a half out of every 2 minutes to get a flag in, it's not gonna kill the enemy. Like, you're gonna get the odd spike kill on like a warrior or someone overextended, but that's not gonna get you the game back. They're at full morale right now, Mojo. They just need to try and wipe them. Get some sort of backline collapse going on and end this game. Otherwise, SSS is just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I mean, Mojo getting another boost really doesn't matter at this point because, I mean, they have no DP. They're all at 10% morale. They all have their Sig. Getting another
SSS
boost
still running with the warrior.
Yeah. Well, they seem to be kind of stuck in this rut where they don't have the confidence to switch up their play, and a pretty decent push on this flagger got them to about like maybe 1/3 with the deep boon. But unfortunately too close to his monks to keep. Though it looks like that catalyzed a good offensive push, but unfortunately triple melee Imperial Isle with a water alley on the other side, it's really hard to put out consistent pressure like this.
Oh, Red's assassin may get a knight here. Their runner was caught. Blue's runner was caught flagging.
Oh, bit of a breakaway. He's playing it pretty safe.
He needs to hurry up. It doesn't even matter.
No.
He's not gonna get it.
He should have teleported in instead of trying to body aggro.
I mean, even if he died, it would have been worth it at this point. Especially this late in the game, it would have been definitely worth it to get that knight down, even if he took the death for it.
Yeah, and it looks like now they've pulled number 6 Red Monk. He's getting...
Mojo taking deficit stand.
Ooh,
wow.
Looks like that precipitated a good monk type, and it looks like 3 kills are going to result as such. If they could prevent the boost now, that would be worth it.
Yeah, now is when they need to cap flags again, because now that they've gotten deaths, finally, they don't want Mojo to boost again.
Unfortunately, 1 minute 40 on the clock for the boost. Flag is not even picked up, and it looked like no one's even close. Looks like warrior number 2 is now moving for it, but this is when Mojo really wants to push this flag. Even though they've got a little DP on the board, they've got their guys res. It is after time, so a bit of a risk for Mojo to push this flagger, but definitely worth it if they could get back their DP.
I think now would be a really good time to do what So was doing in the last game we saw, where most of the team pushes Red's flagger, where Mojo's assassin goes and splits to the base.
There's that Grasping Earth ranger that you were talking about, getting some snare support going, and a 4, possibly 5-man body block. You see number 7 trying to guide his warrior in through, and he does break. Oh, no! No! See, what you don't want to do in this sort of tight situation is hug a wall, because you could get 3 blocked really easy. Right now, that's not a complete block, but the warrior is decent.
Mojo being in trouble in their base.
Yeah, what is that? So they've got too many people committed to this body block, and it looks like they've...
oh, wow.
And it looks like they might take a few... nope, just 1 death for it. And they're under a lot of pressure, but they are going to boost, but the question is it worth...
Both of Mojo's monks are stuck on that bridge, too. They have a lot of people in their base.
Unfortunately, they're stuck with... Oh! And a unfortunate death for monk number 7, which would definitely result in the boost. But that warrior, looks like he is going to die as well. So, in a way, they recovered a bit of their DP, and got the boost. So that's...
Oh, wow. Is SSS going to get these knights, though? Both of them are really close to dying.
Well, it looks... number 6 is in range, 7 not quite.
Okay, he finally got in range now.
No, he's just standing there. Oh, he's trying to prevent the red guys from retreating out the back door. Looks like we've got a body block trying to save people for 24. It's a pretty brilliant maneuver by Mojo with the advantage that they have. If they could get all these guys after 24, that is going to be game.
Number 4 of Mojo is stalling their LE, preventing him from running any flag.
And we are definitely going to
there goes
see
that prop
number
down
6
after
Monk
24.
down in the enemy base after 24. That if not game outright, is definitely going to lead to game. Because we only have, what, one more base res at 26. And that's it. Otherwise, you're going to have... See, here's the weird thing, though. This might seem like a giant disadvantage for Shizukataki, which it probably is. But there's a very slight chance that with the res sig, you're going to be able to push in. If Mojo is convinced that they've won this game, they might commit too many people to the offense here. And if they could sneak someone with a res to get those two players up, they might be able to sneak a victory here. Chances are extremely slim on that, though.
What SSS needs to do is just go into complete desperation mode here, try and just run around the map, stall, and try and get people into Mojo's base as often as possible to try and start killing stuff in there.
So, okay, so the situation here with one knight down for Shizukataki and neither knight down for Mojo, if the Guild Lords took no damage, who wins?
If the Guild Lords take absolutely no damage and it gets 28, it's a tie.
Okay, so it doesn't matter how many NPCs you have as long as the Guild Lords take no damage. Looks like the Ranger eating some snares on Mojo. He puts up his lightning reflexes, snares the assassin, and is going to try and stall people. The assassin here for Mojo, really out of position. He might get killed. Looks like number 7 Monk is pushing forward to save him. Number 3 Warrior is going up for Lord damage right now. There's multiple threats going on. Warrior is going for the bodyguard, however. I believe he is convinced he's going to be able to end this by killing us, which is indeed possible. But we're going to see a base res here, and if we get a 26-minute wipe, that is a base res and a wipe, we're going to see some danger.
They do not have enough time. They need to run out now.
Looks like that's not going to happen. We have 2 sources of melee damage beaten down on this Guild Lord, whereas Mojo's Guild Lord is completely clean as far as I understand, and are going to take the running time for this map is like around a minute.
So here goes the one big final push for SSS. They need to just try and get into Mojo's bait.
They're going to lose the Lord for this, I think. Like, it's not going to 28 if they allow this to happen, but it looks like they're not going to kill the defending players so much as just do Lord damage. Whereas SSS is going for a Lord kill with the amount of offense that they've committed to this push. The response is number 8, Rit for Mojo, along with number 1 Warrior and number 4 Cryptshot, trying to snare as many defending players as possible. Looks like right now he's deadlocked with the Shizukataki Water LE, and right now with exactly 1 minute to go till the end of the game, it looks like Mojo definitely has the 28-minute win, whereas Shizukataki is pushing for a kill. The assassin's kind of leading the knights around in a circle, and has snared the warrior and is kind of body blocking them. Now they've got a complete square block on that warrior, possibly, to kill him. Why are they doing Lord damage?
Yeah, they should not be doing Lord damage here. There's no way
they've lost the Lord damage fight.
They need to either kill Mojo.
This is over.
Or it's over.
Well, it was a decent attempt, but after 20 so minutes of playing so passively, they just did not have the morale advantage to make this kind of play. And with 10 seconds on the clock, we're going to be looking at a Mojo victory. Well, it was interesting. Well, I don't know. It really felt like Mojo had that game under control. Like, they had the one odd play where Shizukataki's assassin pushed into the back door, and that allowed a couple kills. But it didn't seem like they carried that momentum for any significant amount of time. And all they did was recover a little bit of their own DP, and then later, with the attempted flag push after, give it up on different characters.